Hello, it's Tuesday, August 4th. It's been a while since I took a video. We got some inside work and some outside work that's been done. So let's kind of go backwards. John has been today working on the support beam. You can see that he has spliced a section on the end. That would be the west end here to the main section that I built several years ago, and then spliced on to the east end also. So now it's long enough to cover the entire span of the barn to create support underneath the rafters. You can notice that that center support post is still out. I think this is upside down, so we'll flip this over. I think we're installing it tomorrow morning. And we'll turn that over, and the post that's over here in the corner, one of those posts lying in the corner there, will get put back on the floor here and supported on the ceiling. Now that's the other part that's been going on. Last couple of days we hung a bunch of OSB called Oriented Strand Board. It's a material that's basically compressed wood chips and glue, and didn't use drywall because well, I had 5 sheets left over from a project, and we're going to end up painting this at some point. So I put this in now because as I started thinking about things, I want to be able to have options down the road. We've also got the, John has also got the far end all framed in, ready for a garage door, and we've met with people from the garage door company, and they took measurements, and they'll be building a garage door that will go up overhead. And I realized that once that garage door is in, if I want to insulate up here in these open rafters, I'll lose my chance to put this wallboard on. So we put the Oriented Strand Board on over the weekend, and you notice over on this side I haven't done any. I can do that later. So what's going to happen is that when the major renovation work is done and I want to insulate, we'll go upstairs there, and bit by bit I will pull off the upper flooring, and in the sections I'll pull it off in sections, and then we'll just set insulation down in to the cavities. It'll be a lot easier than trying to staple it in, and having anyone that's ever attached that pink insulation knows that it's very, very itchy, very uncomfortable. So it'll be just as easy later to drop it into the cavities up there. Anyway, so we got the Oriented Strand Board attached to the sections that will need to be done. Again, one, because the garage door will cover this area, and then down the middle, starting right where that ladder is, this is where the beam is going to go. So all that had to be put in before we finish the beam and before the garage door goes in. So there we go. This is the inside work that's been done so far. The center support beam constructed. Fun part coming out, which was going to look at next, is the outside siding is done on the east end. So John got some siding that matches really nicely the stuff that was here before. I always film at the end of the day and then the contrast loses, but you can see that that upper siding has been matched quite nicely with the new clapboard siding that he's installed, and got that all finished off, and it's ready now for one final cleaning, and then we can prime it and paint this side of the barn. Stand back a little bit, just give you a little more view. So this project really come a long ways in less than 3 weeks. Just to kind of a review, when John first came in, this nice slanted concrete wasn't poured at all, and in fact these sections here of the floorboard were all dirt. So he excavated all under there, beefed that section up, put in new floorboards, and then poured concrete in here, and of course put in all the proper footings and foundation to support these new walls that he constructed. Got the siding on, the doors all framed. We're ordering a door in the next day or two after we finalize the details of what we want. Now this beam has been expanded for the full length. We've got the OSB on the ceiling, and the beam will go up tomorrow or the next day, and then we'll move on to other parts from the outside. Probably go around here to the north side. I think will be the next exterior work that we do. We'll get back to digging out along this trench. Recall a week or so ago we moved those concrete pillars, concrete parking pillars down to the other end for Eileen's garden. So once the beam is up, we'll dig out here, this trench, and attach plywood that's been treated so it'll last for 75 years, maybe a little bit of metal grating on it, reattach clapboard siding to the degree that it's necessary. We can use most of the siding that's still on here. There's a couple spots where it's open, and here comes the sun again. Then we'll be able to scrape and paint this side. So that's the update of the barn restoration project through Tuesday, August 4th.